Assalamualaikum and welcome to my channel. My name is Muhammad Irfan Zaifullah. My matrix number is 2190142. So I'm gonna talk about water pollution. So the World Health Organization, which is WHO, says that polluted water is water whose composition has been changed to the extent that is unusable. In other words, it is toxic water that cannot be drunk or used for essential purposes in agriculture, and which also causes diseases like diarrhea, cholera, dysentery, and other than that kill more than 500,000 people worldwide every year. So the main water pollutants include bacteria, virus, plastic, chemical waste, and even radioactive substances. These substances do not always change the color of the water, meaning that they are often invisible pollutants. That's why small amount of water and aquatic organisms are tested to determine water quality. So, for the main cause of water pollution is sometimes caused by nature, such as by nature filters from the earth's crust, pollution water, river, lakes, canal, and reservoir. However, the most common cause of poor quality water is human activity. So, we will now go on to the explanation. So, firstly, the global warming, which is rising global temperature caused by CO2 emission, heats the water and reducing its oxygen content. Secondly, deforestation. Thin forests can exhaust water, resource, and generates organic residue, which become a breeding ground and harmful bacteria. So, thirdly, industry, agriculture, and livestock farming. So, chemical dumping from this sector is one of the main causes of eutrophication of water. So, maritime traffic also. Much of the plastic pollution in the ocean comes from fishing boats, tankers, and cargo shipping. Last but not least, food spillage. The transportation and storage of oil and its derivatives is subject to the leakage that pollutes our water sources. So, in the effect of the water pollution, there are some consequences. So, firstly, destruction of biodiversity and fishing in the polluted water, and the use of wastewater for the livestock farming and agriculture can introduce toxins into food, which are harmful to our health when eaten, and lack of potable water. So the UN says that billions of people around the world have no access to clean water to drink or sanitation, particularly in rural areas. So the disease, the WHO estimates that about 2 billion people have no option but to drink water contaminated by excrement, exposing them to diseases such as cholera, hepatitis A, and dysentery. Last but not least, infant mortality. According to the UN, the real risk is linked to the lack of hygiene, because the death of about 1,000 children a day worldwide. So, how to prevent water pollution? So, firstly, you must reduce CO2 emission to prevent global warming and acidification of the ocean. Secondly, reduce the use of chemical pesticide and nutrient on crops. Thirdly, you must reduce and safely treat wastewater so that, as well as not polluting, it can be reused for irrigation and energy production. And lastly, restrict the use of single-use plastic that end up floating in river, lake, and ocean, known as microplastic. So that's all for me. Assalamualaikum.